What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about fitness and motorcycles, if she'll start. There we go. Something about this Norton tune, I think, it just doesn't love to start after running. It doesn't like to restart, I mean, after running, when it's warm. Hot starts are not its favorite thing. What we're talking about today is fitness and motorcycles, and I will just jump out ahead and say I do not mean at all that if you carry extra weight or if you are not fit, you can't ride a motorcycle. There are plenty of people who weigh a lot more than I do, and they can absolutely smoke me at the racetrack. And so it's not about that. Some people know how to position their body really well on the bike, carry momentum, shift. I mean, they can do all the fundamentals amazingly well, and they have a tremendous amount of talent. So it's not saying, you know, if you're overweight or if you're out of shape you can't ride or anything like that. What I am talking about today, though, is when I went to the racetrack last couple times, I was absolutely exhausted. Like, I felt like I had just run a marathon or something, and I was like, I left it all out there and I was out of breath, and I was, you know, I needed a lot of water and Gatorade, and I just personally wasn't happy with the way I could perform out there in my endurance, right? So 20-minute heats, and then it was probably like 8 sessions throughout the day, I think, like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or so, hour off for lunch. So like 8 20-minute sessions of riding as hard as you can on the racetrack, and I couldn't believe how exhausted I was. I thought it would be like fairly enjoyable, and it was enjoyable, but it was not like relaxing enjoyable kind of thing. It was like you got a lot of adrenaline flowing, you got a lot of effort, like G-forces you're probably not used to when you're not used to riding on the road, or not used to riding that hard like consistently, because it's like you might hit a couple of turns on a twisty road hard, right? But as far as like continuously riding as hard as you can and like on a hot day in full leathers, it took a lot of more effort than I was really expecting or prepared for. And so after that I started working out a little bit, and I was like, I'm not going back to the racetrack if I haven't done some kind of like fitness training. And so that's what we're talking about. So I'm starting my fitness kind of new regimen thing, trying to get ready for the racetrack. And so it's basically just, I want to be able to do a lot of pull-ups. 20 is the goal. I want to be able to do 100 push-ups, and there can be like a small break between them, but 20 pull-ups consistently. And I also require that I like walk or run like at least a mile a day, and that's not like fitness tracking watch, that's like actually moving, and it's probably going to go up from there. Like, that's my baseline start, is the walking thing. It's like, but probably gonna be trying to like ride a bicycle for like 15 miles a day, or like get to run like, be able to run like a 5K basically, because you need a lot of endurance, honestly, and I was quite surprised. But to ride a motorcycle on the street, very different story to ride a motorcycle on the street, right? As long as you have a bit of balance and you know, enough strength to pick your bike up if it falls over. But typically you can honestly get people to help you. I've helped random people I've seen tip over their bikes on the street, and it hasn't been too bad. So that's kind of what I was thinking about fitness, right? On the street, it's like, yeah, I see people all the time, like, you know, you wouldn't call them like a model of health, maybe, to be riding, but ooh, speed bumps. This is the worst parking garage, because the speed bumps, man, the speed bumps are crazy. So many speed bumps. she sounds so good in here, doesn't she? Doesn't she just sound good? Let's give it a little rev. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all I really want to talk about today. It was just how much fitness you gotta have. So that's my plan. I'm curious, for any of you who ride at the racetrack, how much do you train to be able to ride? How much, like, what's your physical fitness regimen? What are your goals you're trying to achieve? You know, because honestly, when I went to the racetrack last time, there was this guy, like, retirement age, and he was absolutely smoking me, and I couldn't believe it. He was like, yeah, I ride a bicycle, I, like, train for this. And I was like, I need to be training too, because to think that I can just come out here and ride on a racetrack and, like, be competitive against these people was super arrogant. So anyway, curious to hear what you all think. Thanks for checking out this video, and I will talk to you all later.